ha, ha, ha. Okay. Now, with your groups, now this is important that you stay on volume level 1 because I don't want you to get really loud. I wrote 3 questions on the board. How does a mutation occur, which that's our learning target, and then give an example. It talked about 4. Can you get a mutation today?
Yeah.
I don't spoil the surprise. I don't want to know yet. I want you to get out a piece of paper and I want you to write it down. Okay? And then we're going to discuss, actually take up a whole page because we're going to talk about it a little bit and then discuss it.
You're in a how do we write?
Okay, we'll do this. I'll change it up with you guys. Instead of writing the question, since I actually have the questions, why don't you just answer it, but leave some space and we'll add to it. But how does a mutation occur? Give an example. Can you get a mutation today? And how does this kind of stuff relate to cancer? Kind of throw in a random one. It does. Hey, I want you. Oh, did I say you can do it with your groups? Yeah, discuss it with your groups. Okay. If you want to put. Okay, let's say if Josiah thinks a mutation occurs like this, and you think something else, put what you think. But you can talk, since this is new material, I want you guys to get all kinds of out-of-the-box thinking, creative ideas. So. Yeah.
Really? Give an example with
yeah.
That's how it's never way down. Like, by monsters, they got mutations.
What's up?
What are the letters called?
The letters?
Yeah.
You should know
I
that.
don't know what you're doing. These things.
Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah, that's all they are. Absolutely. You scared me. I was about to have your lips in. So. Yes, ma'am.
I think this is right because.
I don't care. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong.
I don't want to be wrong.
Well, sometimes you have to be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Because it?
That.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about science. There's always different ways you can explain stuff.
What kind of cancer is it talking about?
I left it broad. I left it broad on purpose.
So it doesn't matter?
What?
Thank you.
Can't leave it. Yeah, pick it up. There. Yeah.
Put it under my chair?
Yeah, you put it on your chair. Spill over. All right. This should be. Huh? Okay, that's fine. Finish it up. We have about 20 minutes left, so I want to have at least maybe like 10 minutes or so of conversation. You're just.
That's mutation.
Huh?
I know that's what mutation is, but that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's real stuff, too. Okay, I'm going to call on somebody. Now, it's very important, guys. All right, eyes on me. Take a second. Get away from the cool pictures. Look at me. Eyes on me. Okay, whenever we're having this discussion, I want you to continue to add to your questions. Okay, those are kind of your higher level thinking. So when we talk, just add what you think. You okay?
Yeah.
Was that like really gross?
That was a weird sneeze.
Oh, it was a sneeze. I thought you were like really grossed out by the pictures. All right, I want you to keep adding to this. We're going to talk about it. Like, ask the kind of questions you want to know about. Guys, this stuff's really, I don't want to say cool, but it's interesting. Okay? So we need to figure out how it occurs and then if they can be beneficial, neutral, or harmful. So first, I'm going to call on someone random, and I want you to answer, how does a mutation occur? What did you put? I've already called. No, it's random. Blake, called on you. What did you put? How does a mutation occur?
say if you didn't take care of yourself and like you breathe like a chemical supposedly,
Okay.
it could like make you not be able to breathe or something.
That's actually.
Difficult to breathe, like it make you have asthma or something.
I'm gonna vouch on. Listen, I'm gonna vouch on his statement. They're absolute. Hold that. That actually was pretty good. Hold it though, because it goes into more with the second question. Okay, so I'm gonna hang tight on
I
that.
thought that was first.
Yeah, just how does a mutation occur? You can. So. All right, Eric. How does a mutation occur? What did you put for that? Or you guys as a group?
I put it occurs when either an I can't I don't know how to pronounce it.
Amino acid?
Yeah, is either is an extra one is either formed or one is removed.
No. But listen. Hey, notice the difference here. It's not that far off. An amino acid, if this is not what you put for number one, write it down, okay? You're not getting a new amino acid. What are you at? What is the actual mutation? Bree.
Yes, it's when one base changes the amino acid.
Base. What's a base?
Like the A, on AUG.
Yes. What kind of base are they called?
A.
Hey, what kind of base?
I just put.
They're over here dying, whispering it over here.
Huh?
Don't tell them.
That's calling.
What kind? What kind is it? You gotta know this. You
DNA.
said no. Hey, don't listen to
RNA.
me. Stop it. What kind of bases are them? A, T, G, U, and C are all different kinds of what kind of bases?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Okay, they're nitrogen bases. That is what's changing. Okay, if I have, I'm gonna draw you know how good of a drawer and stuff I am on the board. If, I'm gonna do one more example. Adriana, I have not picked on you and you haven't been drawing. If I was to have C, what is the RNA strand that you get from CCC? GGG. Not too brain busting stuff there, correct? Now, does anyone have their chart handy where they can tell me the amino acid? Just, I'm not calling. If you ever, GGG, if you find it, tell me what it is. August?
Glycine.
Glycine. G, what is it, G-Y-L or L-Y? G-L-Y. Okay, that's our amino acid. Now, when you have a mutation, does anyone remember the first kind of mutation they called it? Carly? It was on the PowerPoint.
What?
Missing. So if we was to change that C to an A, what comes next, Jared? UGG. Is that the same as GGG? No. So Naomi, do you have yours hand? I don't see it. What would be the amino acid that comes from this? Was it TYR?
Yeah.
All right. Can you see how a mutation in a nitrogen base affects the entire amino acid and protein? Guys, a change like that is the difference that makes you have 5 fingers versus 6. White skin versus black. Like blonde hair versus black hair. All that stuff, everything that you've been made to came from some type of mutation. So, yes ma'am.
It was TRP.
Can radiation do this?
Absolutely. That was my next question. You guys have already kind of guessed it. Let me do random. Let's look at question number 2. Can you get a mutation today? Dustin. Can you get a mutation today? What do you think? There's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
You think you can?
Like, if you got like a special like, I don't know, like a shot for it or something, like they gave to you, like you could grow something, like
Okay.
an extra hand or like an extra finger or something like that, extra toe.
Okay, so Dustin thinks you can through like some kind of, I guess, vaccination. maybe?
Yeah, like a vaccination.
Colin, what do you think?
I think they do.
You think they can? How? Why?
Like if you cut yourself, it's helping you heal.
That's what I was.
You think when you cut yourself, you have some kind of mutation that causes yourself to heal?
Whenever you change, like whenever you
'Cause it takes
accidentally
a
get
lot
a
of
cut on
time.
your hand, it changes.
I don't know, but I know there are
Mutation
animal
can change.
experiments like where you like test them and they can grow an ear and stuff. Like they did that on mice.
Yeah. Last one, and then I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I'm not gonna.
August.
I said yes, because like if their genes like where it's hereditary, like their parents can have like an extra gene that they give them. Like,
But could you get it today? That's the question. Could, like tomorrow, could you get a mutation?
yeah, like if you got like a vaccination or like if you like they said if you get a cut, like your skin like sometimes leaves a scar if it's deep enough and like it bubbles up and still leaves like a more layers of tissue than what was there.
Okay, you're right in the aspect of you can get a mutation. Okay? But when you guys are talking about your cutting your skin and stuff, that's just mitosis. That's your white blood cells repairing your skin. You don't develop a mutation just when you have a cut.
That's not what I was thinking.
Okay? Well, that's kind of what I was getting. Now, if you don't, the way you get mutations today, someone who said radiation? Colin said radiation. That's a way you could get a mutation. Okay?
That's what I originally thought.
All right, let's say how many of you go out to the lake during the summer?
During the summer.
You don't go to the lake.
I go to the beach.
Or the beach, somewhere else. Let's just say outside, sorry. Okay, what happens if you stay out in the sun too long?
You get burnt.
You get burnt, right?
It's crispy.
When you get crispy, guys, that's actually a type of mutation.
Crispiness?
Yes, crispiness. When
So
you
like-
when you get burned, that is a type of mutation because your skin pigment changes colors. Now, does it stay like that forever?
No.
Why?
But I would
Because your
still.
skin
That
fixes.
is
Mitosis comes in.
I haven't heard the info yet.
Peeling.
Why?
Peeling.
Healing. Your skin cells die. And then through mitosis, your original skin cells grow back. Now, there's two types of mutation. You can have it occur through mitosis, which is like a sunburn, or there's a way called like green. Hold on. I will tell you.
Green.
No. Where did I set my clipboard?
I think it fell into the sink.
It did fall into the sink. I'm not going to Germline. I always want to say germline. Germline is what you get from like genetics. Okay? So, I want everyone to look at the board. We have about 10 minutes left in class. Now, our learning target number 2. I can determine if a mutation would be beneficial, neutral, or harmful for an organism. Jonathan Goodacre, please select a picture up there.
Gonna have to go with that, the cat or whatever.
The cat, where are we at? I don't see the cat. Oh, the bottom right, not the far bottom right, but that one. Okay, that's the picture we're selecting. Adriana, look at that cat picture. Can you see it?
Yep, it's messed up.
Adriana, your voice got very deep and masculine there.
It's supposed to be.
Do you see that picture, sweetie? Okay. Would that cat's mutation be beneficial, neutral, or harmful? What do you think? Harmful. Why do you think that it would be harmful?
Because it's basically messed up.
Why does that matter?
Because it was.
Be made fun of.
Shh. Because he gets made fun of. Shh. Why do you think that?
Because it couldn't get adopted.
Because it couldn't get it up. All right, let's go on the aspect of survival. Okay.
Yeah, it has like 3 eyes.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it just get out of the way?
Adriana, I'll pick on someone else. That's okay. I want to hear your survival aspect, not adoption wise.
I don't know.
Oh, there's no really right or wrong here. I'm just trying to get into your mind, see what you think. Would you think that would be beneficial for a cat?
No.
Okay, no. How come? And don't tell me because it won't get adopted.
I don't know. just, I don't know.
It looks like me.
If you had 3 eyes,
You'd be able to.
you'd be a
It
cyclops.
looks like one of them doesn't work though.
Yeah, like
No, it's like
it's just like a part of their like fur.
I'd say 2 of them.
Dustin, what do you think?
I don't think it'd be beneficial.
Why don't you think it would be beneficial?
Because like, it does like, will it do any good? Like,
He's asking you that.
I know.
You're
but,
telling me?
like,
I'm just asking.
like the third eye, like it probably won't work or something. But if it does, that could be helpful or beneficial. But if it doesn't work, then it's just like messed up.
Okay.
Finally! Goodness, on the way.
Oh,
Okay.
mine
Good cat.
It's okay.
The cat one, yes
It
ma'am.
wouldn't be beneficial because it could get infected. Or
You said would?
it wouldn't.
Would it not?
Because it could get infected or something, or they could have to pluck it out with a spoon or something.
Oh, Hannah, I don't like eye stuff anyway. Oh.
Ah!
Ugh, I'm ready to move on now. That's fine. Gross. Ugh, no, you're done. All right, give me 5.
What is that monkey thing? It's
It's a
a
Mexican
bull.
Warning, Hannah. That was very gross. Okay, more than likely, I loved the way you were thinking. You said, well, actually, all 3 of you did a pretty good job. Okay, if you had a third eye, let's say if I had an eye in the back of my head, would that not be beneficial if like some kind of predator was trying to get me? Hold on, just think about this. If you had a third eye, it could be beneficial maybe for a cat because a cat has predators and it's chasing prey. So an eye might be beneficial. Now, Dustin made a good point. He said that eye probably doesn't work that well. Well, if that's the case, the cat really only has 1 eye then. Okay? It has 3, yes. Okay? It's like this horse right here. This is almost like a 2-organism creature and they're sharing the same organs. It is not going to function right.
It'll probably die.
Okay? They're more than likely it will die. Those are more or less the ones that are on the board: cystic fibrosis, sickle cell, Tay-Shay, color blindness. Those are types of mutation you get that make it tough. Those are more of your recessive traits. Colin, this has got to be the last question.
What's wrong with the squirrel and the sheep goat thing?
It's a
on the
squirrel
top?
Well, the sheep's got 4
Where?
arms in the
The
front.
squirrel right there.
It looks
and
like a
then
squirrel
the-
skull.
That is a mutation.
I'd keep it. I like
Well, what's wrong with it?
It's black.
It's
It's black and white.
So?
It's like it's got something
What's wrong
beneficial.
with the sheep?
Hey, I have not heard anybody say that today.
Sheep has
You guys are thinking out of the box. Say that again. Yes.
It looks like a skunk and nobody would want to be around it to eat it or nothing.
That's what I just said.
So it could be beneficial. All
That's using
right, last point, because then we're running out of time. Think about this. All right, give me 5. I love the way you guys are thinking. Eyes up here, so I know you're listening. All right, that is kind of the same way with a polar bear. Did I tell this class about polar bears? Okay, a polar bear is nothing more than a mutation. All right, you remember how I talked about how your redheads are the recessive traits, and brown is dominant? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a mutation that occurred during, I guess, a grizzly bear, black bear, that turned it albino. There's actually albino humans, and I will show you. This is the last thing, okay? Because I'm trying to rush now.
The Irish?
Oh, stay with me. Stay with me, please. All right. When you're albino, you've lost your color pigmentation. You've lost it. So you're you're ghostly white, okay? Same way with like a polar bear, correct?
Yeah.
Polar bears are white.
Does that make your
Well,
eyes
the
white?
skin is red.
Their fur turns white. That's actually a really good point. Okay? Now, where do polar bears live?
In the snow.
In the snow. What color is the snow? White. So if you have a black bear in the snow versus a white bear in the snow,
You'll see the black bear before you even see the white bear.
exactly. So the polar bear has an advantage because it blends in with his environment. Guys, think of all the insects and stuff, the chameleons that can change colors, you know, the stick bugs and all that stuff. They can hide very well. They have developed a type of mutation that has benefited them so they can survive